special devotee in our community here in Toronto. Her Grace Satyabama Devi Dasi. Yes, you. Yes. So she's a dear disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami, has been in Iskon Toronto since 2001, has been engaged in every service you can think of. Very, very humble. Her day job, she is a radiologist, very esteemed radiologist. Can I embarrass you now? Can I embarrass you? Yes. So textbooks, countless textbooks. She's always traveling at conferences, papers, anything you can imagine as a doctor she does. At a very esteemed hospital downtown Toronto. So we're very, very fortunate to have her in our congregation, but also as a very good devotee also in our community and a mentor for all of us. And a very good example of balance, and she does very well outside and also in the temple. So I say all that to welcome her. Please help me for Grace Satyabama Devi Dasi.
So Hare Krishna everybody. Is there anyone here who is visiting this temple for the very first time? Put up your hands. So quite a few. So I would like to welcome all of you to our Kusma Toronto, and I hope that you keep coming every Sunday. So we have this program every Sunday, rain, shine, or snow. So you're welcome to attend for the rest of your lives. How many people here have attended at least one Toronto Rath Yatra? So surprisingly, not even 50% of audience today. Alright, so there's a lot of scope for education here. Right? How many of you have attended at least one Snan Yatra festival? Okay, so this is back to the basics then. We are going to talk about Snan Yatra, which is a very special festival. And today we are actually celebrating. You can see all our pujaris here are so excited. Can you all hear them? Speaking in the background? Yeah. So they're all waiting for the class to finish. Vijay. There's a lot of excitement. Yeah, so we are celebrating Snan Yatra Festival, which is a very special festival. Some of you may have been attending our classes in the past few weeks, and we've had only one recurrent theme, and that is the Jagannath Rath Yatra. So this is a festival really which marks the countdown of the Rath Yatra. So after Snan Yatra, on the 14th day is going to be Rath Yatra, which is 2 weeks from now. So we are going to be celebrating the Snan Yatra today, and the purpose of today's presentation really is to understand what is Snan Yatra, so that as soon as my class is finished, you will actually be able to watch what Snan Yatra is and enjoy it, knowing well what it means and what it signifies. So Snan Yatra is a festival where Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra are brought out of their temple for a Jala Abhishek. It's a big celebration in Jagannath Puri, and it occurs on Jyesht Purnima, and it is basically held exactly 2 weeks before the Rath Yatra. So the Rath Yatra in Puri this year is happening actually next weekend on the 7th of July. So they already had their Snan Yatra celebrations last week. Our Rath Yatra is on the weekend of the 13th, so we are celebrating our Snan Yatra today, which is 2 weeks from the date of the Rath Yatra. So let's just understand what is happening here. I'm showing you this picture. This is from Jagannath Puri, and you can see that it's not an easy task to bring Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra out from their temple into the area where they're going to perform this bathing ceremony, or the Snan. Snan means bathing. Yatra means everything related to the Lord is accompanied by fanfare, kirtan, musical instruments and travel. So that's why it's the yatra. So from the temple inside, they're brought out almost into the courtyard, and it's not easy. You can see how many pujaris or pandas are required to bring. Who is this? Is this Balaram or Jagannath? This is Lord Baladev. So he is being brought out into the arena for a big bath, and here they are being hoisted up on a stand which is specifically built for this purpose. It's a big platform, and the platform is so high that anybody who is standing at the gate of the Jagannath Puri temple can also see their lordships, because many people actually don't go into the temple. So this is a platform that is built, and you can see that the Lord is being brought up onto this big platform where they will be hoisted, and here is Lord Jagannath. And just see the number of people that are required to transport the Lord, because Lord Jagannath is the Lord of the universe. So it's not an ordinary personality. He's a big personality, so it requires a lot of people to take him anywhere. And you're going to see that in 2 weeks here as well, how much effort it's going to take us to actually bring the Lord from the temple to Yonge Street. And I hope that all of you will be there. So here is a final picture. All of them are up on stage, and they are tied with a lot of silken clothes, and you can see there are very specific colors that are used for this particular ceremony. And so here they are ready for having their transcendental bath, right? There are very specific team of, let's call them pujaris, who are required to bring the Lord out from the temple to the Snana Bedi, or the place where they're going to receive the bath. And then there is a separate team of pujaris who actually gives the bath. So there are different teams working together, and we follow the same kind of model here. There is a team of people who raise the funds. There are teams of people who put together the festival, get all the permits. There's a team of police who will be managing the yatra as we go on Young Street. There's a team of pujaris who are responsible for taking care of Jagannath as he goes down Young Street and then across to the island, and taking care of him there overnight, because Jagannath actually stays there. So we have different teams that are going to cook for 40,000 people over the 2 days that we have the festival. And so we are modeling this festival right off what happens in Jagannath Puri, right? And that is because Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of ISKCON, brought Lord Jagannath to the Western world. Otherwise, none of us would be able to see these festivals or even witness it. And I know for myself, I saw Jagannath for the first time ever in my life in Australia. Having lived in India for decades, having studied there, grown up there in the culture, I had never ever seen Lord Jagannath till I went to Melbourne, Australia. So this is the mercy of Guru, that they can bring Krishna to you. You don't even have to go and find Krishna anymore. So we should consider all of us here today very, very fortunate that we're going to witness this amazing festival about which I'm speaking right now. You can see the height of Lord Jagannath versus the pujaris. This is not ordinary. Anyone who has visited Jagannath Puri will understand. Just Lord Jagannath's eye is like so huge that you can be standing in any corner of the festival and the Lord can see you, right? The last time I went to Jagannath Puri, I had such a difficult time in getting darshan, and frankly, the only thing I saw is Lord Jagannath's eye. I didn't see anything else. And then I thought to myself, okay, I didn't see the Lord, but the Lord definitely saw me, right? So that is the potency of Lord Jagannath's form. He's very merciful and the eyes are very special. So always focus on this. He's watching everybody. So after the bathing ceremony is done, it's very elaborate. There are different kinds of water that is brought from there is a well in the Jagannath Puri temple called the Sona Kual, the golden well. So all of these pujaris, they head there, and there are pots of gold and silver. They fill the water from this specific well, and it's brought to the arena, to the bathing arena. It's saved there. Then it is purified by different processes that are conducted by the pujaris. And then this water is literally poured over Lord Jagannath. Imagine in the summertime standing on a high stage where water is being poured over you. It's not only good for your health. So the story is that after receiving this extensive cold water bath, Lord Jagannath gets sick. And after that, he is not available for darshan for 14 days, a fortnight, 2 weeks. And the same is going to happen today. Now this door is closed, it's not going to open for the 8 o'clock aarti. So those of you who missed it, you have to wait for 2 weeks now, right? So once Lord Jagannath is going to come out now and receive this amazing abhishek, and the abhishek that our pujaris perform is, I must say, far more elaborate than even what happens in Jagannath Puri. Because in Jagannath Puri, it's only water. It's holy water, but it's water. But in ISKCON, the processes are so elaborate. And you're going to see so many different colors of juices, fluids, milk and honey and so many different things. And did you all see the flowers that were being offered in the trays? You're going to see all of those different flowers. So much more elaborate than what you would see otherwise. So once this shower is over, you're going to see so much water and so many pujaris are going to pour so much water and juice and everything. Jagannath's going to get sick, right? And so there will be special pujaris who take care of Lord Jagannath. So after the Snan is over, there's a phase called Annabasara, where Lord Jagannath is not visible to him, that's the recovery time. Also to be noted is the original Jagannath deities which are there in Jagannath Puri, they are usually painted by kind of dyes and herbal products. So they are not like the paints that we use in our house. So when you pour water over it, some of the paint gets washed off. And so during these 14 days, there is restoration of the deities. So they are bright and ready for the next Rath Yatra. So this work also happens during those 14 days. And there are some special medicines, and I have heard lots of stories about these medicines that are offered to Lord Jagannath. And somehow, some lucky people get their hands on this special medicine, and they're able to drink it. A Maha medicine, can you imagine? So our Jagannath also, I have heard, receives some herbal medicines that is provided by our head pujaris. And if you know them, you might be able to get some of it in the next 2 weeks. I don't know. You can try. Okay? So that's what happens after the Snan Yatra. And so while this is going on, there is a very special darshan. So this is a picture from many years ago from Jagannath Puri. And this is called Hathi Vesh. Hathi means elephant, Vesh means form. So once the Snan Yatra is done, obviously, there's like, how you have a shower with the mascara on. Those of you who use mascara, there's like streaks on your cheeks. So Lord Jagannath doesn't like to be seen like that. So as soon as the Snan Yatra is done, they wear the Hathi Vesh, which is specially prepared. So you don't actually see most of Lord Jagannath's face. You only see the eyes. You can see it again on the picture. And so then the aarti is done, a lot of food is offered, sweets particularly are offered, and after that, 2 weeks, they are gone. They are in their resting phase, and they get restored at that time. So this is Hathi Vesh, and some of our ISKCON temples actually do celebrate this too. Some of them have this Hathi Vesh also, and this is a picture I'm showing you from ISKCON Melbourne. So when I first ever saw Jagannath, this is what I saw. Okay, so this is the Hathi Vesh that was being celebrated in Melbourne, Australia when I first saw Lord Jagannath in 1999. So this is a very special pastime of the Lord where he presents himself with the face of an elephant. So this is just to show you Hathi Vesh. Now when the temple is closed, you can't actually see Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri or anywhere else. So those of you who know Lord Chaitanya, who is not different than Krishna, and who established the Hare Krishna movement, of which we are part of, all the kirtan and everything that you hear here is a legacy of Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya, for a vast majority of his life, also lived in Jagannath Puri and used to go and see Lord Jagannath every single day. After Snan Yatra, the temple was closed, and so Lord Chaitanya could not get the darshan of Lord Jagannath, and he could not bear the separation of not seeing the Lord. So he left Jagannath Puri, and about 25 to 30 kilometers away from Jagannath Puri, there is a temple called Alarnath Temple. And so he used to traditionally go there and spend 2 weeks in that particular temple that is being shown here. And this is the deity of Lord Alarnath. And this is in a place called Brahmagiri, because this is a place where Lord Brahma actually descended and worshipped Lord Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu, being so pleased with him, manifested this particular form of Alarnath. So it is said that when Lord Chaitanya went there for the 2 weeks, it was almost that Lord Jagannath is manifesting for Lord Chaitanya. So even today, when after Snan Yatra, a lot of devotees visit the Alarnath temple in the mood of Lord Chaitanya, because it is said that Lord Jagannath actually manifests there for 2 weeks. So that is the Alamnath temple. And during that phase, they offer this very special kheer. So a lot of devotees go there because they like to get a part of that kheer. Now our temple is also very linked to this kheer business, right? The name of our Krishna is Kheer Chor Gopinath. So we offer kheer to Lord Krishna every night. And on Sundays, sometimes you may get some of this kheer as part of our prasadam. But we are very closely linked to kheer, our temple. Right? So we'll speak about that story some other time. But this is the Alamnath temple. So bottom line, this marks the countdown for the Rath Yatra. This is going to be our 52nd annual Festival of India Rath Yatra. And it is really shocking that we still have so many people in Toronto who never attended it. It's been over half a decade. So everybody in this room should make it a point to show up for the annual Rath Yatra festival, which is going to be held on July 13th and 14th, 2 weeks from now. And as I mentioned to you, it's going to be a big production. We're going to go down the Yonge Street onto Center Island and stay there for overnight. There will be programs running for 2 days, and we will share more details with you next week. And during that festival, this is such one of my favorite pictures. This is Lord Balaram. You know, this little tail of the snake on the top of his head is leaving to go for the Rath Yatra. So they leave early morning on the Saturday and head off to Yonge Street to get hoisted onto the carts. So that's our festival date. The timings are 11 to 2 and it begins at Yonge and Dundas. Please go to the website to get more details. We have a lot of Rath Yatra cards at the front desk. We want each one of you to take a bunch of the cards and distribute them to whoever you see. Doesn't even have to be a friend. You can just give it to any random person. And we want everybody to come there for our festival. This is how the Rath Yatra looks in Jagannath Puri. There are 3 different cards. Each card is very specific. This is a science. This is not some random cards. Every year for centuries, this is the system. There are different cards for different, the names are different for Lord Jagannath. And we have for Baladev and Subhadra, and they're different heights, different colors. Okay? This is again the same, bringing the Lord up to the cart. It's so difficult to bring them down the steps, take them to the cart, put them up. It's so busy. And traditionally there's a lot of kirtan that happens in front of the carts. These are just pictures that show how Lord Chaitanya and his team of devotees used to sing and dance in front of the cart of Lord Jagannath. This is how it looks here. These are our carts, right? This is the Festival of India Toronto on Yonge Street. It's not very different than how it looks on the Grand Trunk Road in the Jagannath Puri. This is another picture to show you how our Rath Yatra is going to look. And we really hope to see you there. Somebody has a flag here. How many of you saw the match yesterday? That is shocking. More people saw the match than attended a Rath Yatra in their life. So we need to change the perspective here. Okay, so we are going to see all of you at the Rath Yatra in Toronto. But, like I said, we need your help. There are different teams. We need a lot of sponsorships. You can donate your time. You can donate your Lakshmi. We are looking for any kind of participation that you might want to be in. This is the time to come in and be part of the community. So if anyone is interested in sponsoring any aspect of the Rath Yatra, you're most welcome. Come and meet us at the front desk. Not only that, please invite your friends and family. That's what we need the most. We want to take the message of the holy name, the message of Lord Jagannath, Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada out to as many people as possible. So even distributing cards is a great service, and I'm urging all of you to pick up some cards before you go home tonight. So this is our Jagannath getting Snan Yatra in the past, but you're going to see it live here. And I think I have 5 minutes which I'm going to give back to the Pujari team so that they are able to prepare and present this amazing festival to you. So thank you very much. We are going to now celebrate the Snan Yatra, and I hope I sincerely hope that you now kind of have an idea of what's going to happen for the next 30 minutes, and you can celebrate your accordingly. Thank you so much.